My phone buzzed at 3:07 a.m., the kind of hour when only death or confession calls. My son's voice was small, trembling. "Dad, Stepdad's friends are here. They're loading guns. I heard your name." Then a muffled voice behind him, low, cruel, confident. "Ex-Marine? Easy target. 2 in his skull and job done." The line went dead. I sat there, motionless in the dark. The hum of the refrigerator was louder than my heartbeat. There's a point where fear doesn't make you panic. It clears you, sharpens you. I smiled, just barely. "Son, go to your bed," I had told him before the line cut. "Don't worry." He didn't know I meant it. My ex-wife had remarried 2 years ago. I'd tried to be civil, for my boy's sake. Her new husband, Sean, was the kind of man who smiled too much when he lied. He'd called me weak once, during a handoff at school, said something about real fathers earning their place. I'd looked at him and said nothing. He mistook silence for surrender. That night, though, he went too far. I'd heard rumors through mutual friends, gambling debts, a bar fight that ended with someone hospitalized. Then his tone shifted in our messages, shorter, colder. He'd begun asking questions about my deployments, my pension, the lawsuit I'd won. The money. It always comes down to that. But when my son said, "They're loading guns," I realized this wasn't about jealousy or resentment. It was cleanup, elimination. And my ex-wife, I suspected, was no bystander. I didn't call the police. They'd be too slow and too visible. Instead, I called a number I hadn't dialed in years, private line, my old unit. The voice that answered was gravel and memory. "You back in?" "Temporary," I said. "Domestic situation. Need a quick perimeter check, minimal noise." They didn't ask why. Marines never do. While I waited, I checked my security feeds. The motion sensor on my front gate blinked once, then twice. I poured coffee, loaded my sidearm. Not out of panic, ritual. Calm movements, breathing even. Every step, every sound in the house felt amplified. The clock ticking, the slow exhale through my nose, the faint creak of the floorboard by the back door, the one I'd never fixed. I thought of my boy, his whisper, his small, frightened breath. And behind that fear, the sound of a man planning my death. You don't forget that. At 3:41 a.m., headlights flickered across the window. Not my team's signal. They were early, or impatient. The first shadow moved across my porch, steady, trained. Not amateurs, not friends of Sean. Contractors. That meant someone paid them. Not him. He couldn't afford it. But she could. My ex-wife. The woman who once kissed my knuckles before deployment. The woman who cried when I came home half dead. It made sense now, the life insurance clause she'd never removed. The way she'd suddenly started calling, asking if I was doing okay. Her words had been reconnaissance, not concern. When my unit arrived, 3 black SUVs silent as ghosts, they didn't storm in. They positioned, shadows within shadows. The hitmen came through the back, 3 of them, suppressors, gloves, surgical precision. They didn't find fear waiting for them. They found me sitting at the kitchen table, coffee steaming, hands folded. The first man's eyes widened when he saw the red laser cross his chest. He didn't even get a word out. By sunrise, the local police arrived. The official report said, attempted burglary. No one questioned why the burglars never fired a shot. I made one call, to her. She answered, voice trembling, pretending she'd just woken up. "Did you sleep well?" I asked. What happened?" I let the silence stretch. Then, "You should tell your husband to stop hiring ghosts." Her breath caught. Then I heard it. The panic. The realization. You knew. "From the beginning," I said. "But I wanted to see how far you'd fall." She started crying, apologies, confusion, the usual performance. I ended the call halfway through her act. My team handled the rest, quietly. The contractors had records, dirty ones. Their employer's name would now sit nicely in a federal file, a breadcrumb trail she couldn't erase. By noon, her husband's business was raided. By evening, her accounts were frozen. I didn't have